The other day, I answered the front door. The sun was shining, and there on the front step was the box of fruit and vegetables that we'd ordered. Standing back in the middle of the garden, safely back, was the delivery man, smiling broadly and clearly getting pleasure from his new role as an angel of mercy to people at risk, and spontaneously and generously sharing that pleasure. He was radiant, so that it seemed to me everything was radiant. The cauliflower was radiant, the oranges, the aubergines and carrots were radiant. I don't know what that young man's state of mind was when he started out on his deliveries, but by the time he got to me, he certainly had discovered the joy of acting out of a positive, generous state of mind. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like a shadow that never departs. In the early stages of this emergency, I was very taken with the advice we heard from medical people that we should act as if we are carriers of the virus, rather than as potential victims of it. Act out of concern for the health of those around us, rather than out of fear for our own safety. That was intended not as spiritual advice, but as practical guidance. In dealing with the pandemic, taking it personally isn't going to get us very far. Anything we can do to stop anyone getting infected slows the spread of the virus and is for the benefit of all. Also, we're more effective when we're positively motivated than when we're driven by dread, and more likely to inspire others to find the same motivation in themselves. Again, that's practical advice, not spiritual counselling. But then spiritual life is a practical matter, a matter of doing rather than believing, a method rather than doctrine. In the coming weeks and months, there may be times when it takes a real effort to banish fear, to act out of concern, not for ourselves and those around us whom we fear for, but for the benefit of all. But let's make the effort, both for our immediate safety and to train ourselves in the longer term to act out of those beneficial states of mind. To remember that in acting out of a clouded and fearful mind, we cause unhappiness to ourselves and others, and that in acting out of a clear and kindly mind, we make for the happiness of all. We become less a source of contagion, if you like, and more like a smiling delivery man leaving a box of sunshine on people's doorsteps. May the merit gained in our acting thus go to the alleviation of the suffering of all beings.